Good day everyone, welcome back to Israel channel. Today I'm bringing you about what was revealed last night by the spokespersons of the Israel Defense Forces, Daniel Hagari. This comes after the special unit of the Israeli army, the Israeli Navy SEAL, operating in Gaza and discovered what was previously suspicious of the activities of Hamas operatives, hiding their nefarious terror networks in civilian facilities. It is known from intelligence sources that Hamas operates from hospitals, basements, schools and mosques. After all, this is not an isolated discovery. Yesterday's revelations confirm of what has been established for a month now. For over a month since the October 7th, the IDF has been able to encircle Gaza, bifurcating the northern from the southern Gaza, and much of the intensified fighting is happening in northern Gaza. The evidence gathered yesterday from the Ransiti Pediatric Hospital is beyond shocking. The hospital is right next to the house of the commander of Hamas. Let's see the evidence by ourselves.
I'm here in Gaza City. We are here next to a house of a terrorist. This is one of the senior terrorists who is the head of the operational naval operations that led the raids into Israel. His house is right next to a school. His house is 200 yards from the hospital of Ransiti. Next to his house, there is a tunnel. Now I want to show you an operational tunnel. The tunnel is built with electricity. We first saw the solar panels, then the electricity goes here, and it goes down directly to the tunnel. Now you can see the tunnel. You can see the tunnel. The tunnel is let down more than 20 meters down. The rowboat found a door that is bulletproof. It's explosives proof, so it looks like a hard evidence, a clear evidence that the hospital direction is connected. This is a covered tunnel. It's part of the same floor and it slides down here. So it's a covered tunnel so nobody can find it. This is Ransiti Hospital. And this is the place where I showed you the tunnel. I want you to see. This is the back side of the hospital. Hamas used this hospital. Tonight we have entered into this building. I will show you the evidence. Let's enter into the hospital. We're now entering into the area of the hospital where we had found the evidence. This operation was conducted by Israeli Special Unit, the Israeli Navy SEALs. This is still an operation that is conducting. And I'm showing you the first evidence to see. We are now in the area of the basement of the hospital. I want to show you a room where we found all the gear, the operational gear of Hamas. Hamas is using hospitals, like we showed the evidence in Shifa Hospital. In other hospitals, we are now seeing it in live in Ransiti Hospital. An operation still conducting right now. Look at what Hamas is holding inside the hospital. I want you to understand, this kind of gear is a gear for a major fight. These are explosives. These are vests with explosives. Yeah, it's a body vest for terrorists to explode on forces. Among hospitals, among patients, we have hand grenades, Kalashnikovs, and then we have the RPGs. People shooting RPGs from hospitals. This is Hamas, firing RPGs for hospitals. The world has to understand who is Israel fighting against. We are now in the basement, and in this basement we found a motorcycle. They were all used in the massacre of the 7th of October. They even have bullets in this motorcycle. So they came back from the massacre on the 7th of October into Ransiti Hospital with hostages on a motorcycle. We're still researching this. Yards from here, we find the chair. A woman clothes, and a rope. A rope next to the legs. And look above this. Look above it. It's a baby bottle. It's a baby bottle in a basement. Above a World Health Organization sign. This is a suspicion for an area where hostages were being held. We're now looking at an infrastructure. You don't need to build something improvisedly in a hospital in the basement. Unless you want to hold someone in the basement, you don't want anyone to see him. Again, we're in the same basement, and here we see diapers, and we see, I don't know, maybe something. We see diapers. I want you to see this room. It's in the basement of the hospital. We can see this area is a closed area from the rest of the hospital. We can see the ventilation air that was done improvisedly to this area. And we can see infrastructures that was built in here. Toilets, shower, a small kitchen will provide the terrorists their needs. Also conduct a hideout where terrorists take hostages and hide out. And I will show you now the evidence. You're now entering into the room where we suspect the hostages were being held. I want you to look at this room. People are putting curtains with nothing above, just wall. No reason to put here a curtain unless you want to film hostages and deliver movies. And now we'll show you more evidence. In this room, there is a list. This list, in Arabic, this list says, we are in an operation. The operation against Israel started in the 7th of October. This is a Guardian list where every terrorist writes his name and every terrorist has his own shift guarding the people that were here.
It is evidently clear of the notorious plan of Hamas using civilian facilities as a cover for their terrorist activities. In spite of the pressure from global actors, it's Israel's responsibility to obliterate Hamas from Gaza and conduct operations to eliminate them from hospitals including Shifa Hospital and other hideouts. Major development is unfolding each day, and how the military deals with the evacuation plans by not undermining humanitarian crisis and at the same time destroying Hamas command centers from the hospital's premises. It is a common practice among terrorist groups shielding their activities in hospitals and civilians' buildings, like the case of ISIS in Syria and Iraq, and it's no different from Hamas in Gaza too. Thanks for watching. I'll update you for more.